Hi, hello, welcome to this is IR channel, IR Design Expert channel. Today we are discussing about how to design in Solidworks. What are the parameters used? We are using in Solidworks for Solidworks design and animation of radial engine. So first thing, going to select sketch and front plane and choose line for center line. This is fully based on this center line based. We can draw the every diagram, and we can use for only single data plane is very important. And this will make a center disk. This is for the base of radial engine, and going to select the dimension. So 500, and then thickness is 20. I'm going to draw the engine, radial engine side wall. I think the radial engine thickness. Okay, make a center line and draw the single side of the radial engine, and opposite we can mirror. Okay. Using for convert, this tool is using to existing component, take a reference for this sketch. The single side of design, single side of the engine block. The thickness is around 5. Okay, now we can thickness of center to center distance. On 50. Okay, make a trim in excess lines and remove it. Okay, and the length of the engine block is 100, and finally this entire lines are, we can make a mirror. Okay, now the engine block is completed. Single siding the engine block is completed. Going to extrude based on the top surface. We can extrude the 40. Now above blind is a single side, maybe double side blind, double side extrusion is also possible. The extrusion thickness is, length is 60. Okay, going to pattern. It's a polar pattern. Let's make a first thing component and select for all the components. Okay, numbers is 4. The outer edges you can select. Automatically it should be polar array, and then make a revolve. This revolve is using to make the engine shape. We will give a engine shape. Okay, we'll create okay, it's completed. This portion is showing as the engine shape. Okay, it's completed. We'll give a color. Before that, we will draw the center shaft. The shaft is locating on eccentric disc. This is guided eccentric crank. I think it's a eccentric crank. This is for using to cut extrude cut. The diameter of 20. Okay, I'm going to give a color. Many colors are available in the appearances. Many colors are rubber, glass, solid light, and something. Okay, it is completed. We're going to save. Save engine 2. Okay, and then this is for E engine. This is called as eccentric block, engine block. The same thing, sketch and front plane. The front plane is same plane, using the same plane easy to the final assembly is very easiest way. That is what we are using many times for frame place front plane. Now we're going to draw the piston. Okay, this piston is using to revolve command. We can use to revolve command make a piston. Okay, these three cut sections are 2 is 2 is the pressure ring and one is oil ring. The each thickness is 5 of each pressure ring thickness, and the individual depth is also 5. Okay, the thickness is also 5. Okay, it is completed. 45. The bottom portion we will provided for fixing one gudgeon pin, so we can make a cut section for this portion. Okay, used to trim the remaining excess portion. Okay, now we're going to make a dimension of for this cut section. It is around 35. This is for 15. Now is single side of the portion is completed. Now we're going to revolve, automatically revolve to select the center axis. The piston is completed. Now we're going to draw make a hole of using to the right plane. Is producing for another one plane using for center hole, and center hole fixing cut section is also required. This is using to draw the smaller cut section. This is very useful for assembly section. First thing, going to draw the gudgeon pin cut section. Okay, make a extrude cut. It is for through all. Blind it shows us many commands. Through all using entire material to be removed, and again choosing of the plane. Make a smaller thickness. I already said. make again extrusion cut. This is thickness is around 1 mm. 1 mm for both sides. That is what the balancing is very important. So we will make both sides. We will make 1 mm thickness of cutting. The plane is hide. Okay, the piston is completed. I'm going to give a color. You can choose any one color. Okay, save. Piston, and then choosing another one diagram. Draw another one diagram. Select new and open and sketch. Front plate draw the circle. You will give a dimension. This is for eccentric crank. I think 50 is very minimum, but you can change it now. Change it after assembly section or completion of this design. Center one is we will already 20 mm is center hole. Okay, now we can change the eccentric disc diameter. It's a very minimum, so we can change now. Going to select, edit, right click and edit the 100. Okay, and exit. Okay, now we're going to extrude the center shaft. Okay, okay, 20, and eccentric pin is also we can draw. Okay, make a center line. This distance we can choosing for center distance and eccentric pin diameter. Center distance 40, no 10. Okay, and extrude the eccentric pin. It is what eccentric pin thickness is around 20. Okay, the eccentric pin is completed. I'm going to give a color. Okay, and then draw the another one diagram. Select part. The same front plane. And draw the center. This is for the pin, the giant pin. Okay, this total length is around 80. Total is 90. But 1 mm, 1 mm for each side we can give a clearance. It's a pin. Okay. Draw the same front plane and select this is for connecting rod. This is one side is giant pin, one side is crank, eccentric crank. Give a dimension of center. It's 10. 20 mm thickness, and this diameter is 25. Okay, this diameter is 10. This distance is also 10. Okay. And we'll give a roundness of edges. All 4 edges we can make a roundness. Okay. Now we're going to make assembly. First thing, the solid block, very important. The first one is the fixed block. We can fix it without moving block, first component, and then moving blocks. And you can just go to select, just drag it, automatically it should be moved. And eccentric crank, just have to click and control plus click, in a sense it could be copy many times. And connecting rod, this is also same, control plus left click, you can drag many number of components. Okay, this is easiest way for copying many components. Single component should be copied many times. But here the name is coming under the same name, pin 1 2 3 4, the same thing, connecting rod 1 2 3 4. Now we're going to assemble mat. This is a mat. Going to select the outer surface of the cylinder and inner surface of the engine block. This is something wrong. We can going to change the engine block. First one, change the no. You can change this thickness. Okay. This distances will give a 45. Okay. The time we will yes, the radiuses we can change. So we'll have viewer time 50, but now 45. Okay, now we can change. Okay, it should be over. Save again on time. Okay, now we can fix the clearly fix the engine block and piston. Okay, this is also the simple command. Just have to drag it. This pin is coming from front. Now we're going to this is a mat command using to select the outer surface of the pin and inner surface of the piston pin position. And the next one is a top surface, and the pins or top surface we can select. Automatically it should be matte. And next piston, the same thing. Just have to drag it. Just have to select both outer surface, inner surface. Automatically drag it. Automatically it should be moved with the guidance of the same mat command. Okay, the same thing. Piston pin is also connected. Next one, next cylinder. Just have to flip. Okay. So to left click and just want to drag in the sense the same the mat command, the same thing you can moving with the guidance of the mat command. The same thing, pin is also connected. Top surface and pin top surface or top of the pin. Okay, no problem, you can modify that. Okay, just have to drag it again, right left click and just you have to drag. Automatically it should be coming. And center one, the eccentric crank, you can fix it. No need. Select both inner sides of the pin. Just sort of flip. This mat is edit in the sense you can select the mat. Just sort of right click and edit. Okay, this one is edit. Flip. Okay. And this is bottom side of the crank and the top side of the engine block. Now we are going to give a distance. This distance is to be assembled with clearance of 5 mm. That is for easy to rotate, the purpose of rotation without disturbing engine block. Okay, it should be connected, and adjoint pin should be connected for inner surface of the crank, outer surface of the adjoint pin, and top surface of the eccentric crank and connecting rod. Now we're going to fix the piston is moving. Okay, but the piston in connecting rod should be connected for not in center, so we can adjust the eccentric crank. I'm going to right click, edit, give increase the thickness. Okay, the same method you can assemble for all the all the crank connecting rod. Okay, completed. Just want to click, right click, just want to move in the sense based on the mat it should be moving. Okay, in the sense of the, okay, no problem, it should be just got to drag. Okay, drag the sense, right, left click and just move. On top surface and top surface of the pin. Okay, we're going to complete the assembly session, and we're going to give a mechanism, it's a motion study. We'll change the color for eccentric, easy to visible. Each modification we can save, or otherwise the color should be indicated for assembly session. After we can close and open the sense, previous one which color can be give, the same color should be reflect your assembly model. At the same time, any edit in the sense it should be give a suppress for your final assembly model. So every time you can modification for individual parts, you can save every time. Okay, going to assembly session. I want to give a pin, the line pin should become black color. Okay, it should be nice. Your design is completed successfully. Okay, nice, looking very nice for eccentric engine black. We'll do motion study. First thing, we'll give a motor for the eccentric crank. Okay, these portions be provided for the motor. You can be extend the this eccentric crank. Before that, we can change the eccentric the depth thickness. Okay, I'm going to fix. Okay, good. I'm going to fix the motor for here with the guidance of the crank, guidance of the connecting rod. Anyone connecting rod can use, or which engine block, no problem. Okay, Wow, excellent. We can complete the animation of eccentric engine block. Excellently running for guidance. I want to save the entire assembly session. Only the assembly model should be saving. Only what are the components, what are the individual parts are available in your folder. The same folder you can save your assembly model. Otherwise, the model should be searching. Each time open, model should be searching. It should be make a problem. Thank you for watching our design expert channel.